Hey friends, welcome back to another children's sermon. My name is Becca. For those of you who are new here, welcome. And for those of you who are coming back, it is good to be with you again. So first I want to tell you, stay tuned. Next week we're going to be in a new location. So I just want you to be excited and prepared. But what I'm going to tell you today is about our gospel. So it comes from the book of John, and for those of you who need help remembering, John is the fourth gospel, and the gospels are all in the New Testament. So it goes Matthew, and then Mark, Luke, and then John. And after John is Acts, and then all the other books are letters that Paul, the disciple, wrote to lots of different places. So, John is an account of Jesus's life. It's a story or a narrative about Jesus's life. And so today they take a section about Jesus's life and they're talking about bread. So I wonder if they ate bread every day. You know, like what kinds of things did they eat every day? What kinds of things do you do every day? I eat, I brush my teeth, I take a bath, I sleep, I put on deodorant. I do lots of different things every day. I talk on the phone every day. I pet my dogs every day. A lot of times during the day too. What kinds of things do you do during the day that are different than the things I already listed? What happens if we don't do those things? If I don't pet my dogs, they wouldn't know that I love them. If I don't take a bath, I would be stinky. If I don't brush my teeth, I'll have bad breath. And my teeth would be unhealthy. If I don't drink water, I'll get really thirsty and I could be dehydrated. If I don't eat, I could be hungry. Yeah, so we have to eat so we're not hungry. So if we don't eat, not only will we get hungry, but if we didn't eat for a long time, we could die. And that would be very, very uncomfortable. So let's say that we're going to eat every day because that's important to us, right? Kind of like plants, how they need sun and water and all those things every day. We need to eat every day. And we need to drink water. That's what my water bottle is back there. But we need to eat every day. And I want us to think about what we do every day and what happens when we don't do those things. So in today's story, Jesus says, eat me. No, I'm just kidding. He says, bite me. No, I'm just kidding. He doesn't say those things. But what he is saying is you should really eat this living bread. So he's talking about bread in the story. And he's talking about this living bread. What is living bread? And I'm not talking about bread that grows gross, moldy things. I'm talking about the bread that Jesus says he is, right? And rightfully so, we're confused, right? Because Jesus says, bite me, eat this living bread. What does that mean? What is living bread? If it's not moldy bread, what is it? And Jesus said that we should do it every day because what Jesus is like this living bread. So he's not saying bite me because that would be weird and probably hurt Jesus. And we don't want to hurt Jesus, right? But instead, he's telling them that the things he taught about was God and were just as important as eating bread every day. Jesus was saying saying the things he taught were so important that we should be learning and doing them every day. So what are some things that Jesus taught us, right? What are some things that he teaches us? He teaches us to pray. He teaches us to worship God. He teaches us to love our neighbor. He teaches us that we should learn and talk about the Bible stories together. So every day he's teaching us to do these things because that is just as important as eating, right? So the living bread that Jesus is talking about is learning about God and learning to worship God and talk to God. So Jesus is reminding everyone that these things he was teaching them were so important that they should be done every day, like drinking water and eating a snack or eating a meal or being outside and getting some sun and sleeping. So just like our bodies grow strong every day when we take care of them with water and food and all those things, so does our relationship with God when we pray and when we talk to God and when we worship and when we read and talk about faith stories like Noah's Ark or the creation story or Jesus healing the lepers or feeding the 5,000, right? Talking about those things with our friends grows our relationship with God. And the stronger our relationship is with God, the better we are at receiving and sharing God's love. So feeling God's love and showing God's love. So that is the good news. That is why we grow closer and have a relationship with God, is so that we can love others. So today's gospel talks about the importance of doing all the things that help grow our faith and make our faith living bread, right? It's important. Our faith should be living. So if you want to read our gospel story today, it comes from John, the 6th chapter, verses 51 through 58. Till next time, friends. See ya.